Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds.
Yeah.
So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some challenge mode again. And we have to choose a new course, the Euro Classic. Or I guess we could play another Highland or another whatever. This will be our first exposure to the Euro Classic.
Oh,
I
think I recognize the castle, right? From the last version.
It's actually a different course than the Bagpipe Classic, the Euro
really?
Classic. It's like a, I guess, a European Union Europe themed course rather than purely a UK based course.
Oh, so this isn't the same blue roofed castle then that was on that one course in
Nope.
in Hot Shots Golf 4?
Nope, it's a different course. And we're going to be using Sasha to build up her loyalty. Because, well, we actually have a request from a viewer to use her in the next Versus Challenge, and I haven't had time lately to come and play a casual round in order to get her loyalty up.
I'll do my best.
So we're going to get Trent as our caddy in these 9 holes. Now, this course is a decent course. It's a little bit tricky and technical. And that doesn't necessarily favor my hyper-aggressive playstyle very well. You definitely want to play a little bit more careful here because of that. But I still wish I had more distance anyways. The holes here aren't necessarily super long. They're just very tight and technical. So for example, if I wanted to hit my driver here, right? But this is only a 413 yard par 4, and the drive is very downhill too, right? So these are things that you have to consider when planning your tee shots.
You know what? That castle looks a lot like that picture of that real castle that I have as a wallpaper.
Yeah, it does actually, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think that castle was in Germany.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same castle. But if it isn't, the game designers appear to have borrowed off of the real one.
Yeah, well, I'm certain they drew inspiration from real games, absolutely. Or sorry, real castles and real architecture, right?
Could be a birdie. It goes downhill.
Well, it's more or less straight in.
Nice birdie.
This game is mine.
And Sasha here is like a fancy action star or something like that.
Yeah.
Or stunt star or stunt person or whatever. I can't remember. It says something about stunts in her profile.
Yeah.
Well, she's like very athletic and acrobatic kind of thing.
Yeah, it does. It looks a lot like that castle, right down to where the turrets are placed and everything.
Yep. If we had a crosswind, I could maybe go for this thing. But, I don't know, man. Not feeling confident with the way things are positioned here. Maybe I could side spin it there, but the problem is I have to play that wind. Alright. Maybe I'll try there.
Nice shot.
See, it's been so many years since I played this course too that I don't necessarily know it as well as the others. If this works out, maybe.
Oh, well. It's a par 5, so...
Nice shot.
So I want to drive this deep into the green to get it over that front bunker. I was a little bit off target there because I wanted to hit that slope and try to roll it down that slope.
That's fine. I think you're in good shape here.
Well, I'm doing okay-ish. Not my greatest outing. A little bit more power than I was expecting, though.
So tell me this.
Great birdie chance. I think it's uphill.
And a very uphill
That's right.
putt. There we go.
Nice birdie.
This game is mine.
I was going to try to do it audibly just by listening to the beeps on the putting meter. But I figured, you know what, it's probably better to set that one visually.
Good luck. Smoothly does it.
Good luck, good luck.
And then you've got this hole here with the zigzag fairway.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the fairways on this course are very narrow and twisty, eh?
And with lots of mounds in them too, as you can see. I think I'll try to aim there. This is where your control rating comes into play, right? Why it's important for players who, or characters who play this course to have a very high control rating. And Sasha has a decent enough control rating, but I'm definitely pushing her to her limits making a shot like that too, because she still does have some variance in her shot, right? And I'm more or less played that shot as if she didn't have any.
Yes, get in.
That's overhit.
Yeah. About this green. Great birdie chance. It goes downhill. Slopes right. Oh, cool.
Oh, I overplayed it slightly.
Nice.
Well, that was a good effort, though, for how far away that was.
That's par.
I could do this all day.
You kind of get a feel for how these things break, though, just by looking at them, right? So, like, most of the times when I'm playing a break, it's when you see me swerve hard left or right like that, it's almost automatic. Now, if I had a little more distance and a high shot trajectory, I would feel comfortable playing it over here. But I don't necessarily feel comfortable doing this.
Oh, this is the golf course of castles, huh? There's another castle there.
Yep. So, I don't know. Instead of throwing my round away, even though it's a very long par 4, I think I'll play around this side. If I had a high shot trajectory, and actually that's going to go more dangerous than the previous shot would have been anyways, because of the fact that she did push that slightly to the right.
Set a new record.
It worked out.
Yeah, now we're about 212 away. And we need to play a little bit of a fade. That's under hit.
Nice shot.
Uh-huh.
About this green. Great birdie chance. I think it's uphill. Left slope.
That might be overhit.
Oh.
These things happen.
Nice par.
I could do this all day.
I was in third, now I'm in first.
One.
Well, obviously somebody out there is not getting pars then, hey?
Now see, I'd like to play a 4-iron here, because it is downhill. But the problem is because I have a mid-shot trajectory, and it's a 4-iron, I'm very likely to, sort of hit the front edge of that green, which means I might not actually get the result I want here unless I get super backspin. And I'd basically need the super backspin just to pop the ball up. And I didn't get it. And I pulled it to the left, so we're actually going to be in the rough. Oh, no, we bounced out of it.
Whoa! Turned
That
out
was
to be
complete and total luck.
Great buddy
Complete and
chance.
total luck based.
Uh-huh.
It's a birdie.
Now this is golf.
Because I wasn't paying attention to that mound at all. I didn't think I'd carry it. But apparently I did.
1, 2. Good luck.
Now, if you really wanted to, you could try to do something fancy, bounce it off the cart path here and get it to roll onto the fairway. Or if you could hit the ball 300 yards, you could just drive the ball over there.
Huh.
But we can't do any of that. And you also want to be careful about hitting a 3-wood here because it's downhill. So you actually want to hit a 4-wood here. And yeah, it means that our second shot will be kind of meh long, but it is what it is.
Oh, yes, get in.
Slowly.
See, it's a very lumpy kind of green, right? That was an unintentional 100% power, but we don't have power adjustment on Sasha here yet. So we can't take a small percentage off. That's why we're trying to play with her, so we can get her loyalty up. So we can get power setting and impact.
Great birdie chance. Slopes right.
Oh, that's too soft. I think. Oh, maybe not.
Nice birdie.
This game is mine.
It's been stressing my putting abilities. Because I'm not normally very good at putting.
1, 2. Ha!
Yes, get in.
I was aiming to the left there, so she pushed that to the right, and that's okay.
Yeah, just enough room there.
Yeah, just enough to get it around that tree.
Slowly.
But that's the kind of thing I mean when you gotta add a little bit of more room for error in some of your shots that you make. Okay, I would like to hit the 6-iron there, but I can't. I might not be able to gun for the pin on this. I might have to accept being to the right of the pin. And hopefully that will give me maybe a uphill putt. Oop.
Good shot.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, I just don't have the shot trajectory to get it over that bunker, right?
Great
With a
birdie
5 iron?
chance. I think it's uphill. It's a birdie.
This game is mine.
So like I said, it's a short-ish and technical course. You have to think about some of these shots. Okay, well the wind won't affect us as much because we're uphill, but we're also going to be coming in a lot lower than normal. However, if you play a draw here, I think this is designed so that it might try to punish a draw because a draw is the safe shot to get you away from the hazard. If you play a fade, it's more aggressive, but if you screw up, then you're not going to get there, right?
Well, then you'd best not screw up.
Yeah, well. I might try to play the draw here. Because I don't really want to play a full club up to compensate for that wind.
Nice shot.
Well, you made it.
About the screen. Could be a birdie. Slopes down. Slopes right.
It might be too hard.
Oh, cool.
What was that?
Really close.
I just didn't play it enough. So you can definitely see with a lot of these breaks, right? They break a lot in the beginning and then not so much at the end.
It's the last hole.
But we're not having a good day on the golf course today. We're only -5.
Here you go.
No mistakes.
More distance would definitely help. More distance always helps. Well, we'll try this, maybe.
Oh, yes, get in.
That's a push to the right, so that's a push to the long side of the fairway. Which is where we want to be.
Slowly.
See, this mound in front of the green, I think, is very downhill. So, if you hit it, you might roll off the back, I think. Pretty difficult to power set this, though, with without the power setting. But I'll try.
Nice shot.
We were short. But that's why we played the fade.
It's close, yeah?
Nicely on. Could be a birdie.
And if you're wondering why I took a sand wedge there instead of taking the usual 7-iron, it's because the green is just so sharply downhill front to back
Now
that I
this
just want to
is
stop it near the hole and tap in what I can get. So it's a bit of a more conservative strategy.
Oh well, you won that tournament handily anyway.
That's how you do it.
Well, I did okay, but I'm not going to be breaking any scoring records with a performance like that. But we did have decent perfect impact percentage.
You've won an item.
And now we've got it unlocked.
Nice.
Working up that loyalty. I think too, though, as you get more loyalty with other characters, it gets harder and harder to gain loyalty. So, I usually only do a couple of ranks just to get the power setting.
Good luck.
It looks like we've got our first 18-hole tournament now.
And action.
So this'll be the first time we've ever played an 18-hole tournament, but it's on Highland, which is we're used to playing there now.
Oh yeah, because you played 9 holes there, right?
Well, we played 9 holes front, and we played 9 holes back multiple times throughout both generations of tournaments that we've done so far, or however many generations of tournaments we've done so far.
Okay.
But it's also a very simple course with very flat greens and everything else. But this one's 18 holes and hole shuffle.
Nice shot.
I didn't take enough off that one.
Oh, good try.
Nicely.
Yeah, but I definitely shouldn't have made a terrible tee shot like that off the bat.
Nice car. Ha, thank you.
Now we're not even on the scoreboard. Everybody's got pars.
Oh, that's nice.
But we'll tee off and we'll play a fade here. Gloria hits the ball a little further than Sasha does, but I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes at this point in time.
Nice shot. You're good.
I was expecting the 1.8 meter per second wind to blow me over at least a little
Chance for
there,
birdie.
but it didn't.
The slope's to the left.
That might be a little hard. Not that it matters.
A birdie. Now this is golf.
Birdies are birdies.
Oh, there you are. Now you're on the leaderboard.
Well, I'm doing my best here. Ooh, that's pulled to the left. That might be in the bunker. 60, 70, 80. No, we're good. And that's just a difference in the control rating between Gloria and Sasha here.
Oh, it's a new record. Slowly. Good shot.
Only got 97% power on that fairway lie.
Stop.
Why did they groan? Look at the shot.
I think it's because it bounced on the green and then off the green onto the fringe and then back on the green.
Oh. They were counting their O's before they hatched, I guess, eh?
Yeah, I've got to look over at the recording screen in order to see the little break here. That's not an existent break at all.
I read that. An eagle.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about.
it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe I hit it dead center on the fringe or something.
Huh.
I don't know if Sasha can drive this green. Maybe if I aim for the far side, I can.
Got a bit of a headwind too, though. I don't know if you can...
Wow, look at that.
Oh, you know what? If that wind had been maybe
Blowing
more
a different way.
blowing in a different direction, you would have made it.
Ah, it's okay.
You just put it in.
Pop your 3-iron up like a wedge.
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh,
Yes. Call me Miss Perfect.
That Miss Perfect, though. Actually, it's kind of interesting that we're using Sasha today, because I ended up watching a thing on, like, Jackie Chan that came up in my YouTube feed not long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like he broke, like, several hundred bones during the fucking course of his career.
Yeah, well, he used to do all kinds of crazy stuff, though, and, you know, like, he when he was doing all of his stunts, he was doing them in the days before there were green screens and things like that, right?
You know, they said that at one point he and his stunt team could not get insurance.
Yeah.
Like, they just wouldn't cover them anymore.
Yeah, because I remember watching one movie by him years and years ago where even some of the actors that he worked with did their own stunts, right?
Yep.
And there was this one woman, she's pretty famous actually, although I can't remember her name right now. She was in one of the Witcher spin-off series recently.
Okay.
And she's an older lady now, but she did like lots of martial arts movies and stuff like that. She was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And she was trying to jump a motorcycle onto a moving train, right? No, I'm serious. Like they actually did that, right? And then you saw the ambulance carrying somebody away, right?
Of course. That's too hard.
But one of the things that's the most fun about Jackie Chan's movies is he's so creative in his you know, in his fight scenes and stuff.
Yep.
You know, like he'll use almost anything for a prop, like a ladder or a chair or whatever, and he'll do some really amazing things with it, right?
You know, I guess that actually started out as a thing that he was trying to do in order to differentiate himself from other figures at the time, like Bruce Lee, right?
Well, it definitely worked, because he also had a little bit more cheerful and less serious tone to his movies.
Yeah,
you
less
know?
stoic.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that he didn't do a couple of movies that were a little, you know, darker and that kind of thing too. He did one called the Protector that I can remember was a, you know, like a serious, if you want to call it serious action film, you know?
Yep.
It was basically a police drama, right? You know, he did a few of those kinds of things too, right? Where it was a little bit less comedic and a little more serious, right?
Yep.
But the movies of his that I enjoyed the most were the ones that were kind of comedies, even the older ones, right?
good shot.
Because he's been making movies for a really long time, like since
And a lot of them, too.
since the 1970s, right?
Yep.
You know.
Good luck. Slowly. Oh, that's nice. Oh no.
It's close, yeah?
Nice.
Caddy thinks it's going to go off the back already.
Down slope.
I read
But yeah, I would say he had a lot more longevity than most action movie guys did.
Yep.
You know. And I think a lot of it was, you know, having to do with the lighter-hearted nature, I guess, of his movies, right?
Yep. Well, I guess too he was he eventually got pretty used to being injured all the time.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Did you make it? Hurry up! Yeah, just.
Close enough.
Wow. No, you're actually on the
There's a needle
green.
here. It slopes down. The slope is to the right.
Ooh, that's too hard.
No, it's perfect.
I read that.
It's too hard anyways, but it didn't matter.
Call me Miss Perfect.
But I have to say that, you know, like Jackie Chan is one of my favorite action movie guys, right?
Yep.
You know, I don't think I ever watched a movie by him that I didn't enjoy.
Well, he's a legend for a reason, and he definitely earned that status.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Wow, that ball splashed when it landed.
Yeah, this is the, I think they have heavy rain and light rain for weather patterns in this game.
Oh.
And this is the, heavy rain, and I totally just hit that too hard and fucked that up because I was
Yep.
talking. But this is the heavy rain pattern.
Thank you.
And, I think it even affects, so like, for example,
One.
players who are weak in the rain will do kind of bad in the heavy rain scenario, but they'll do absolutely abysmal in the, or sorry, they'll do kind of bad in the light rain scenario, but they'll do absolutely abysmal in the heavy rain scenario. Like, they'll have no impact zone on anything, right? And that kind of thing.
Aim carefully. Focus.
No super backspin. That probably will hit the
Yeah,
bunker.
but you know what? Some people might think it's kind
Ooh.
of corny and cheesy, but you know what? Last night I rewatched that movie Battleship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hadn't seen it in a few years. And you know what? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself watching that movie.
The slope's to the left.
It was pretty goofy and hokey and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it was very entertaining. Lots of explosions and
Go on, go on.
Well, I suppose that's really all that matters in a movie, right? Is that you find yourself entertained by
And I
it.
mean, you know what? I'm pretty sure if in real life, if anybody even dared to try something like what they did with that battleship toward the end of the movie, they'd probably capsize the thing. But
Two.
'cause I don't know if you remember that, but for some reason the alien guns wouldn't train on non-hostile targets.
Ah.
You know, like you'd see the alien instrumentation picking out one of the destroyers, for example, that's firing on them, and it lights up red, and it lights up all their weapon systems in red, and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff. And then they fire their weapons and completely destroy the ship, right? Like big, huge, massive explosions. And what happened was he turned all of the you know, the big, huge guns that are on those battleships, the
Yep.
things that had, like, they had a bore of like a foot or something like that. You know, like absolutely massive shells they shot with these things. And what the guy did was he was going full steam ahead toward this alien ship, and he turned all the gun turrets sideways so they were pointing like at a 90-degree angle away,
Yep.
so that the ship was you know, like the aliens didn't register it as a threat. And then at the last second he had them turn it hard to one side and drop the front anchor to basically swing the thing around in a 90-degree angle, right?
Nice.
And then as soon as they did that and all the guns were lined up, they just let this thing have it at point blank range with all of these gigantic guns, right?
Yep.
That was actually a really good scene too. Like it was, you know, lots of, you know, again, lots of explosions and excitement and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's
Absolute nonsense, I'm sure, but you know, like it doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, I remember seeing footage one time, and I don't remember where the hell I saw it, but it was like of a an old battleship that the U.S. battleship that turned all of its guns completely and totally sideways and fired them all at the same time, and the boat rocked like back and forth at like a 45-degree angle, but it did stay afloat.
Yeah. No, but I'm thinking, though, the stunt where they turn hard and then drop the front anchor while going forward as fast as the thing would go.
No, I don't know what the hell that would do.
I'm thinking they'd probably tip it over on its side there, right?
Go on, get that birdie. It's a down slope. The slope's to the left.
But yeah, it was pretty fun, and there was like some funny moments, like where they rounded up all these old men who were crewing the ship in like World War II and then the 1950s and stuff like that.
Yep.
To teach the younger guys how to operate the systems, because they were so like this battleship is like 70 years old, right?
Yep.
So nobody knows how to operate these things anymore, right? And of course, it went from being a museum in a dock to having live weapon systems and ammunition for their guns on board and all that kind of stuff too, right?
Yep.
You know, somehow I don't think that thing is probably ready to sail off at a moment's notice into a battle anymore, but
Oh, that was a good one.
But I always say that if you're going to enjoy something like that, a movie or a video game or whatever, you have to be able to suspend your sense of disbelief, right?
Yep, yep.
And just enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is, right? Otherwise, you never enjoy anything, and you end up being a critic instead, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, realism is one thing, but at the end of the day, if you like the movie, you like the movie.
Yep, and I liked it.
And as long as it's entertaining to watch, who really cares if it's ultra realistic or not?
Yep.
Same with a video game, really, right? Who really cares if it's ultra realistic or not, as long as it's fun to play?
Yeah, well, see, one of our viewers actually sent me a link on Odyssey to a video about Sjogren inertia shotguns yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I watched it because, like, we have the Sjogren inertia shotguns in our Fallout 4 game, right? As a mod. And it's amazing, but the mod creator must have really studied Sjogren inertia shotguns, because his physical models are right, like they're correct in every way, like it's accurate.
Oh, maybe he even
maybe he even owns one, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. This guy, he actually broke it right down to its like individual parts, and then put it all back together again, and he shot some clay pigeons with it and stuff like that. And they showed him, like, they showed even the action working in slow motion and everything. And like, you can see, is it gonna roll across the cart path? Stop, just right behind the tree too, right?
Well, not only that, but in the semi-rough on the cart path, I was hoping I'd at least roll past it.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
But anyway, like, when you fire a Sjogren inertia shotgun in our Fallout 4 game, if you're watching closely enough, you can actually see the slide go back and forth and all that kind of stuff too, right? Like, it's really cool. And the reason they call it an inertia shotgun is because apparently when you fire it, the recoil, you know, like from the shell being fired, drives the entire gun backward toward your body.
Yeah.
And then what happens is they have this slide kind of mounted on a couple of springs, and when it's not the recoil itself making the slide work. What makes the slide work is when the gun travels backward and hits your body and stops, then the slide keeps going for a bit, right?
Yep.
Which is why they call it an inertia.
Rather
thing,
than a
right?
blowback operated
Yeah,
shotgun.
exactly, right?
I hit that too hard.
That was a terrible putt, yeah.
Nicely on.
I mean, I stopped at 2.8 feet from the hole, man.
Yeah, I know.
What do you
but-
mean, terrible putt?
Well, compared to what you've been doing.
I could do this all day.
Well, it's also raining.
Yeah.
I hate the rain. The rain makes me play worse in every regard.
But anyway, some of the, intense details about, him tearing this thing down and taking it all apart. I mean, kind of my eyes started to glaze after a while, but
Hey, you don't watch that kind of content very
no,
often.
not really. But I liked when he was talking about the history of the gun and the way that it, how it came to be and where it was manufactured and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently they're fairly rare because there weren't that many of them made even back when they were made, right?
Yep.
That's close, yeah?
Chance for a birdie. Look before you shoot. The slope is to the right.
I read that one.
That's a birdie.
Now this is golf.
It's the last hole.
We can only possibly manage a minus 17 here.
Well, that's terrible.
It is.
Maybe you'll get a hole in one.
No, probably not.
The possibility is always there.
Not with a shot like that. Wow.
I don't know. It's heading for the pin. Oh.
Too much distance on it.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you see that?
I know I'm good at those, right?
Is
Yeah.
that in?
A birdie.
It's really easy to do on a course like this, though. In all fairness. But yeah, that's I think I've noticed too a slight game mechanic that might be different from other Hot Shots Golf games in the approach mode,
It's a new record.
because I've been paying attention to sort of things today, and maybe I'll try and point that out in the next round here. Oh, nice. We've got Fernando. And Fernando has a high shot trajectory.
What, it unlocked another player and you didn't even have to play against him?
Yeah, because Fernando is not a unlockable character from versus mode.
Oh.
He's another guy you just unlock by playing.
Oh, I thought you had to unlock every character with it.
Nope.
Good luck.
Some of them are rewards, and the thing I like about Fernando is he actually has a high shot trajectory. In fact, I think he's the first character you unlock that has a high shot trajectory. Now, of course, his control is kind of bleh, right? But, you can't have your cake and eat it too in this game. You have to make some sacrifices.
Ah.
But we'll continue with Sasha, because that's what we're doing today, and then once I get her up to Loyalty 2, then maybe I'll switch over to Fernando here.
I'll be
Actually,
behind you
switching
all
over
the
to Fernando might even screw me up, because I've been so used to dealing with these mid-shot trajectory characters the whole time. So we'll have to see how that goes. But a lot of this fidangling I do where I'm trying to judge horizontal trajectory of the ball to make up for the fact that I can't hit over certain obstacles, that's not a problem with a high shot trajectory. Because you just pop the ball and float it up in the air like crazy, right? That's going to be absolutely huge because of the tailwind.
That's a new record.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to take the spin off of that because I overhit it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I would have used the power setting mode if I'd had it unlocked, but I just didn't have it unlocked.
Oh, well. Should be before too long, hey?
Yeah, well, this round will do it, for sure.
Way.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Can you do it?
It slopes down.
Yeah, it's just got to save par.
Nice car.
Thank you.
Just get the Sharpie out right on the first hole after a par.
Nice shot.
Shows him.
Probably be like 270 to the hole. 257, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, you might even be able to make it.
Well, we'll see. I think, too, it's easy to overhit at this range. And I totally just did,
Nice shot.
so that might be in the bunker. We'll see. That's almost the same line as it took the first time I played this hole.
Well, that's
But,
pretty close.
it is what it is. Hmm. Oh, it actually lit that hole.
Chance for a birdie.
Can you do it?
These things happen.
Birdie.
Now this is golf.
I just wanted to get it to not incorporate that much of that break, and if I could have gotten the super backspin there, I actually would have wanted that. To just plop it up, basically straight up.
Nice shot.
But that's how these things work. Have another partial sand wedge here. And that's what you call being terrible with your wedges.
That birdie. It slopes up. The slope is to the right.
But if you make the birdies, then I guess it doesn't matter, right?
That's
This
right.
is golf.
You gotta make those putts too, eh?
At least until we can get a character who can hit the ball almost 300 yards. And then it won't matter so much no more. That's too hard.
Good shot. Did you see?
Yeah.
See, I thought about spinning that one, but I didn't because I figured that there's almost no break on that putt. So if I can just get it past the first little bit of the green, then it's just a straight roll in, right?
Yeah.
two.
I think we needed the super backspin there. Get that to carry more.
Yep.
We also only got 97% power in that. Which was kind of meh.
That's okay. You just got to chip it in again, I guess. Ooh.
Just using a different camera angle to judge how hard I can hit it.
Oh.
I could do this all day.
Because you can't necessarily always get the overhead camera angle unless you're putting, right?
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, I feel like we could reduce the amount or the length of our putts significantly if we had a higher shot trajectory.
Good shot.
That might be too hard.
Great.
Stop.
Little bit.
Go on. Get that birdie. It's an upslope.
Pretty uphill putt.
Yep.
Now this is golf.
But, I guess it is what it is.
You want to put it over there? Good luck.
Nice shot.
Not that it matters, that's pushed to the right a little bit. But all I'm trying to do is clear those bunkers with some backspin. And get my ball out into the middle of the fairway here. And then I can just kind of hit whatever. That'll be under hit.
Nice shot.
Uh-huh.
Probably need like 96% power there. Instead of 95.
Go on. Get that birdie. It slopes up. The slope is to the right.
I actually don't know how much the power adjust up and down adjusts your distance, eh? I don't know if it's 1% or 2%. I did a strong wind.
Nice shot.
That wind might be stronger than I thought it was, too.
Oh, you're in the bunker.
Yeah, I hit that a little too hard, too. Oh, well.
I don't know about this. Difficult.
No way.
Ball actually rolled backwards there because of a strong slope on the green, eh?
It slopes up. Before you shoot.
Can you do it?
Nice par.
Thank you.
Well, you seem to be having trouble hitting the greens on the par threes.
I know. I don't know. Maybe that, like, just a handful of yards makes that much of a difference in the shot trajectory. Because your shot trajectory does get slightly higher as you increase distance, right?
Oh, that's nice.
And maybe I'm just stretching myself just a little bit thin there for the types of shots that I want to make.
1, 2.
What plan you got?
Although not having the power setting also does hurt somewhat. Well, that wasn't as good as the way I've done it before, but it worked.
You could get an eagle here. It slopes
Well, you
up.
still have the eagle chance.
Too hard.
Oh.
What's that? Chance for a birdie.
Probably one square too much on the putting grid.
That's a birdie.
Now this is golf.
So it really wasn't that much too hard at all. Just a little bit.
Here we go.
No mistakes.
But I think one square is like, I don't know, 2 feet or something.
Nice shot.
Look at how this rolls. Because there's that
Still
big
rolling.
mound on the left, right?
Yeah. Rolled for a long time.
Yep. Now here I'm hitting a sandwich, so I don't really care about using backspin. I just want to make sure I play a fade and stay clear of the bunker on the right. And hit it hard enough to get there.
Put it in.
Wow, okay.
How's that?
An eagle.
Well, it still happens in this game too, now and then. I think that's the first time we've seen a long-distance ship-in. And it probably won't be the last.
Yep, but now you're on a par 3 again, so...
Yeah, now it's time to hit it off the back and then get a par, right?
Yep.
That's typically how these go.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I hit that off the back.
Great.
I already know.
Nope, maybe not.
It's close, yeah?
Yeah, maybe a little deeper than I wanted.
That birdie. The slope is to the right.
Too hard. Didn't make a difference.
That's a birdie.
Now this is golf.
I guess 2 Sasha's spin, I think, is maybe a little bit weaker than Gloria's. I can't remember. I know her control is slightly worse, and obviously she's a couple yards shorter on the tee shot.
Yeah, it still doesn't seem to me like you're having a hard time playing with this character, though.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, there's not really a character that I have a hard time playing with, but
Uh-oh.
distance is really important for getting birdies and pars. Or sorry, for getting birdies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were worried there.
Well, I thought it was going to maybe roll into that bunker. Luckily,
Nah.
it stopped.
It's fine. Played well there, maybe?
Nice shot.
Ah, too hard.
Oh no.
You see, in a lot of these situations, my aim is right, but my power setting's just off. And it's because with the advanced shot mode, you end up using the power setting adjustment a lot more than you do with the traditional mode. So it's important to unlock that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been watching you play this for a while now, and I still don't think I'd be able to get the hang of the advanced mode.
Is that in?
Well, it's easier for impact, I find.
This is golf.
And I like the extra distance. I mean, if I had to play this whole game only being able to hit the ball like 250, 260, oh my god, that would be unbearable. You've got to be able to hit the ball 300 yards, man. Like, don't try to play pro golf unless you can hit the ball 300 yards. I don't care what they say on the fucking golf channel.
What do they say on the Golf Channel?
Oh, well, you know, they always pick out the exceptions to the rule. You know, this guy's accurate, blah, 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 you know. I don't care about that. No, it's all about the power. Well, apparently that's about where I've aimed before.
Yep.
Not really sure how that slope is going to affect me.
Good shot.
Oh, didn't quite make it.
But yeah, I don't know. Personally, at least, I found that I played the best rounds of golf in real life when I could hit the ball far and I could hit the ball straight.
Well, you know what? Most people that play golf would say the same thing.
And when I didn't hit the ball far or I didn't hit the ball straight, then I did poorly. But hitting the ball far is especially important. Because being able to make the green in two means you
Oh yeah.
can putt 3 times for a bogey.
I know I played around once where I was by myself and I was joined by like an older gentleman.
Yep.
Yeah, this was way back when, long time ago, I was working shift work and I had Friday morning off, right?
Yep.
So I went out Friday morning and to play some golf, and this old man or this old guy was out there, joined me for a round. And he didn't hit the ball very far, and he had a really, you know, a pretty big fade on most of his tee shots and that kind of thing.
Yep.
But his irons play was really good. And you know, like if he on most par fours he wouldn't make it to the 150 yard marker, but he'd be hitting like a, I don't know, a 5 iron or a 6 iron or something, and then he would land the ball like 3 feet from the cup, right? You know,
Well, I can't do that.
like his approach game with it, with his mid irons, was just spot on. Like,
See, imagine if he could hit the ball 300 yards, though. He could be on the seniors
yeah, I know, but
PGA tour, man.
this guy was like, when I say older gentleman, this guy was like in his
80?
Yeah, like just he was probably pushing 80, right? Like he was lucky to be able to still be out there playing at all. And to be playing well on top of that, you know?
That's a downslope.
But yeah, you've got to be able to hit the ball far. Hitting the ball far is where it's at.
I don't know, I think he scored pretty well. I think he ended up pretty close to par, actually. He had a better round than I did, even though I could hit the ball further than him.
Well, I just look at it as a way of if you can hit the ball far and you can hit the ball straight and you can hit the ball over most hazards that courses have designed into them.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you were to play a hole with 3 shots to the green and 1 putt, well, if you can hit the ball far, I'm playing my first ball where your second ball goes. That's the way I look at it.
Well, anyway, this guy rarely had to putt more than once because he was, you know, whenever he landed on the green, sometimes it would take him 3 to get to a par 4 green.
Yeah,
but when he gets there, he's within 2 club lengths of the hole, right?
Yeah.
You know, like,
He was absolutely amazing. Well, I wonder, like, how many years he developed that skill over, too.
well, probably long time, right?
Yeah.
It's this green.
Go on, get that ready. It's a downslope. The slope's to the left.
I might have underplayed that break.
What was that?
A little bit.
Nice
And a
touch.
little short, too. It might have gone in if I'd hit a little harder.
That's her.
Ha! Thank you.
You want to put it over there, pal?
going to play this with normal backspin instead of super backspin because of the tailwind. Because I don't want to get a whole bunch of wind in my shot here.
Go on, get that birdie.
I read that one.
A birdie.
Now this is golf.
See, I'm bad at even the short putts, but the difference is that the short putts, there's so little room for error that even if you make mistakes, they still go in.
Yeah, and you remember that one time years ago when you and I were out and the manager of the course joined us?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was out playing,
Yeah.
and joined up with us, and boy was he good too. He was really good at putting. You know, like he was sinking like 10, 12 foot putts all the time, and
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was a solid guy. And he was just happy to be out there and being able to play.
yep.
Because you know how they say, right? A good day on the golf, or a bad day on the golf course is better than a good day at work. And then I guess if your work is the golf course...
Well, you know, he could always say that he was out there, you know, like playing the course just to
Yeah.
see what the conditions were like too,
Yeah,
right?
he could. Yeah, there you go.
But he did a lot of hands-on stuff. Like I used to see him, you know, he'd be behind the counter when we got there first thing in the morning, and then later on in the day he'd be out riding a mower or,
Yep.
you know, stuff like that, right? Like he did everything around there.
Well, it's definitely no joke, golf course management. There's a lot to do.
Actually, there's college courses in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I know. I knew a couple of guys who were taking. I don't even remember what the program was called anymore, but it was a post-secondary program in you know, like golf course management, right?
Yeah, I think if you're really serious about your golf career too, I think they might even make you take that kind of thing, right?
Well, the thing is that like these guys wanted to be greenskeepers,
Yep.
right? Like that's what they wanted to do. And I guess they didn't just. There's more to being a greenskeeper than just mowing the grass, right? Like
That's
you
right,
have to, you have to know a lot
Yep.
of technical stuff.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy job by any means.
What's that? Nice touch. Chance for a birdie.
And I don't know enough about it to even begin to speak on it, but I know there's a hell of a lot to
I
it.
read that one.
Well, all I know is I know a little bit about bunker sand because I used to make it. Mm-hmm. You know, because I used to work at a sand processing plant. And bunker sand, the USGA specifications for bunker sand are actually very, very official and laid out and specific and everything else. And they have even precision instruments for measuring how far in a ball gets embedded into a bunker when it lands and that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
That's the end of the game.
And they even have specifications for the particle shape, because sand, not all sand is the same, right? Some sand has more angular particles with more fractured faces.
Yep.
Whereas other types of sand, the particles are more spherical shaped, right?
It was the more spherical shaped stuff that you needed for...
Not necessarily, because you don't want the ball to hit the bunker and then just disappear into it. And with the, like if the sand was too...
Young ladies classic. We have to use a female here.
Oh, okay.
I was going to use Fernando for this one. It's like, no, you can't use Fernando for this one.
Oh.
Because he's got the wrong parts down there, man. Well, we did get lots of Sasha in. I guess I could try a little bit of Gloria here. See,
Yeah.
Sasha actually has better side spin than Gloria, but worse backspin.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to make it to a versus mode today.
Then
No, but I will get through 4 rounds.
Yeah.
All right, which was the target?
But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, you don't want you want your sand to be not too spherical, but also not too flat. right? Like not too angular.
Yep.
It's sort of in between because you want the sand, like there actually is a thing where you could have like a sort of like a box filled with the sand, and you set the ball on the sand, and then you have like a little spring-loaded measuring tool that you push on the ball with, right?
Yep.
And what you do is you push on the ball until it's, you know, like submerged or halfway submerged in the sand, and then you read how many, I forget now what the unit of measurement was. It was like how many
Nice shot.
how many newtons per, you know, whatever, right? Like it was a metric measurement,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, like measured on this little gauge, right?
Yep.
So you had to basically exert some force to push the ball into the sand.
But the
So
tool
it
would
could-
tell you how much.
Yeah, well, the tool would tell you if it was too hard or too easy.
Yep.
And of course, they use washed sands too, because you know you have to wash the clay and silt out of it, because otherwise the sand will set up hard, right?
Yep.
Chance for a birdie. It's an
And also color is important. Like in this part of the world, most sands are riverbed deposit sands, and they have a lot of other minerals in them, like different types of rock minerals and things like that give it sort of a tan or a brown color.
Yep. As
Whereas-
opposed to the nice cream whites.
Whereas if you're you know, like quarrying it over in Illinois or someplace like that, or Wisconsin, where they've got sandstone formations that are white,
Yep.
well then you know, like that's kind of the color that they prefer for bunkers, especially in high class type golf courses, right? Like,
Just because it's more visually appealing.
yeah, exactly.
Go on, get that birdie. It slopes up.
However, there was enough bunker sand bought by local golf courses around here, because importing bunker sand, you know, in the amounts that you'd need in order to be able to fill all the bunkers on a golf course would be pretty expensive if you're hauling it all the way from the northeastern United States, right?
Yeah, it would be
You know?
prohibitive.
Whereas, you know, like you can buy golf course sand, like bunker sand, at the time when I was working at the sand plant for around $20 a ton, right? And even then, the trucking to get it to your local golf course from the plant would probably be almost that much too, right?
Yep. But I guess as long as it's good enough and it meets the USGA spec, then you can be a professional golf course.
Well, I think that some of the more expensive private courses around here probably do import sand from the States. But most of the public courses and the city courses and that kind of thing, they just use locally produced bunker sands, right?
Yep.
Because
Well, lucky that one dropped.
yeah.
Well, well.
But anyway, that's about all I know about golf courses. I know I've seen diagrams of how greens are designed,
Yep.
because they're actually multiple levels. And to design a green, even if it's elevated a bit, you actually start off with a hole in the ground, and then you put in layers of another kind, like sand and that kind of stuff,
Other materials.
and then you have a layer of topsoil on top, and that's what you plant your grass for your green on top of. But it also has to drain. There are specifications for how quickly a green drains, say if you're watering it or if it rains or whatever, you know.
Yep.
And that's why there's like sort of like a sand level underneath the surface level, right?
To aid with drainage.
To aid with drainage. And they'll use machinery to go out there and aerate the greens too, like, you know, punching little round holes in it.
Yep.
To make it drain faster. And then they actually have a specific grade of sand that they spread on the green after they aerate it, so they don't have a bunch of open holes there. They fill it basically with that type of sand, right?
Yep.
And I forget now, top dressing sand, that's what that was called, right? So we used to sell top dressing sand too. It's hard for my memory to come back now because it was like over 20 years ago that these things were actually something that mattered to me, right?
Well, you know a lot more about it than I do at all. And it's interesting to hear.
That's a birdie. Looking good.
It's always interesting to share knowledge.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about how greens and bunkers are designed, just because I did some reading on it, just because, you know,
For your job, yeah.
for my job, right?
Well, it's interesting that your job included that, though. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I also used to make frac sand too, right?
Yep.
So I understand a little bit about how that works too. And actually, the company I worked for had a ball mill, and we used to make silica flour, which is used to make well casings, right, for oil, for gas and oil wells.
Yep. Well, I can't take a bigger club than this 6-iron.
Yep. And then, of course, there's you know, like the blasting abrasives market too, right?
Yep.
And, you know, like at the time when I was toward the end of my time at that company before I moved on, they'd been talking both in Alberta and British Columbia and in Saskatchewan about phasing out sand as a blasting abrasive, because they're worried about respirable free silica that's an airborne condition that people might breathe in, right? You know, like there was a big thing about how hazardous respirable free silica was, because what it is it's, you know, when you put when you fire a stream of sand, you know, like at 100 psi or so out of a nozzle and hit a metal surface with it, well, the particles of sand you might scour off the rust or whatever it is that you're sandblasting off the surface, but those particles of sand also shatter into little tiny smaller pieces, right?
Yeah, basically almost kind of like dust particles.
And they become, yeah, exactly, they become fine enough dust particles that you can breathe them into your lungs, and then they stay there, and they basically it's almost like coal miner's disease, right?
Yeah.
Same idea.
Well, I know a buddy of mine, is not exactly with sand or anything, but like he worked in a factory that did a lot of work with steel and things like that, and he ended up with small steel particles in his lungs.
Yeah. So we used to have to, in certain areas of our plant, we used to have to wear respirators with filter cartridges on them and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
But the funny thing is, when they're looking for replacements for blasting abrasives, well, there's a pretty limited options. I mean, how do you remove, say if you're blasting an oil rig so that you can repaint it, well, what are you going to do that's going to remove heavy duty rust and paint remnants from something like that?
Yeah, I guess you got no other options.
Well, I mean, if you don't use sand, you've got to use some other thing that has abrasive particles that you can shoot at high speed out of an air nozzle.
And they're also going to break up.
Or you have to use like extremely harmful solvent type chemicals, right?
Yep.
Which have their own, you know, set of hazards. So, you know, I think that, again, the, you know, sand blasting abrasives scare that was going on some years ago was largely a thing where politicians who don't know anything about what they're making laws about,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
It's a down slope before you shoot.
Because you have to get the paint off somehow, and you have to use an abrasive somehow, basically.
Well, it's either an abrasive or a solvent, right?
And none of the options are good for you.
Well, the funny thing
But
is
they're not
that
made for you.
the funny thing is that some of the options, abrasive-wise, were things like coal slag.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you know what? That stuff was black, right? It was black, basically particles, almost like black sand, kind of, right?
Yep.
And you open the bin, you know, after a truck has loaded some stuff in there, and a cloud of black dust comes out of the bin, right?
Yeah, so it's way worse for the particles.
You know, how is that better than sand, right?
It's probably not. Probably somebody was just trying to sell more
or
coal.
Or things like aluminum oxide, or, you know, stuff like that, right? But you're still looking at, you know, like abrasives that break down.
Yep. No, it's probably they wanted a certain industry to be better or something.
I don't know. But sand is also the cheapest by far of all of the blasting abrasives, right?
Yeah.
Chance for a birdie. It's a down slope. The slope is to the right.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to revive the coal industry or give coal an alternative purpose so that they didn't have to get rid of the coal industry, or who knows what their reasoning was.
I did it.
You know.
Well, thing is, though, I don't think it was coal in its pure form. They called it coal slag.
Yeah.
So I think it was some kind of solid deposit left over from the burning of coal or something, right?
Yeah, who knows then. Or maybe
Yeah.
they're just trying to find a use for material that they thought they had plenty of, but I guess unless you keep burning coal, which they have problems with that these days too, right?
Yeah.
Then you're not going to continue to have plenty of that material someday. Whereas there's always more sand in the ground. Wow, I just hooked that tee shot. That's terrible. That's going to be nowhere good.
Yep, you're right. You landed nowhere good.
Not only that, but Gloria is terrible at bunkers.
Oh well, it's a par 5. You got to take 3 shots to get to the green. Oh well.
Nice shot.
But yeah, I guess it was the management of the company I worked for. It was their business to get involved in the politicking and that kind of thing regarding that sort of stuff, right? But I was at least aware of it because it did affect the company that I worked for, right?
Yep. The silly things people think up. No, that's too hard. I thought that was going to be just right, but I guess it's not.
I'm on the green.
Probably need like 87%
Well-
power there.
You know, the way I see it is that there's a lot of things that well-meaning, uninformed people have made decisions on that either did not improve something at all or possibly even made it worse, right?
Yep. I think I hit that too light.
Oh well.
You can do
Get
it.
it in
Can you do it?
before you shoot. Nice par.
And I don't know, maybe lawmakers have trouble finding unbiased experts.
It might just be one of those things too,
right?
like you know, maybe you had somebody in there who wanted to say that they were doing something for the good of the working conditions of working class people, and you know, instead of solving a real issue, they went and invented an issue and then proceeded to work towards that, right?
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I have no idea if they're even still doing that. All I know is that company, it's been over 20 years since I left them, and they've done nothing but expand
Yep.
their operation. They're
So in
actually
spite
there was actually a story on them in the local newspaper here about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and because of the tariff situation, because companies here in Canada that use frac sand often will import the sand from the northeastern United States because of its desirable properties.
Yep. Well, now business is booming, I
Well,
guess.
now business is booming for the company I work for. Even their local competitor and them and their local competitor are buddy now because there's so much demand for frac sand that
They don't have to compete.
But between the two of them, they have to expand in order to supply enough, to meet the demand, right?
Wow. Crazy.
So
Crazy.
they're both companies are actually anticipating producing something like 1 million tons of sand this year.
Well, I guess it's a good time to get into the sand industry.
Yeah, and back when I used to work at that plant, we used to produce like between 250 and 300,000 tons of sand a year.
Wow.
All products, right? So that's how much that operation has expanded since I left, right?
Crazy.
Of course, the local population has grown a lot, and like I would imagine the same is true of almost every mining company, even the gravel company I went to work for afterwards probably produces a lot more than they used to as well, right? Because the city has doubled, almost doubled in size.
Yep.
In the last 30 years or so.
Yeah, it's definitely we're like as big as some major U.S. cities now. So
yeah, that's right.
But anyways, next time we've got 4 rounds of golf to play and a versus mode against Philippe.
Oh, okay. Well, we made it through this one.
No super duper good scores, but I guess I'm gonna have my off days now and then.
Yeah, well, I was kind of distracting you there for a bit too.
Well, you had interesting stories to tell about golf course sand and other things like that.
Yeah.
So, until next time,
I'm Sandman99.
and I'm RecV5. Have a good one.